evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
57 to Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Check. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, Sam off.
57 to Mike. Watch 57. 65.
Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Double time. Out. 3 down. Out. 18's moving. Kill.
5.
2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Sponge. Go.
From the gun, Holt. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tighten up. Set it.
Now a give right side. Griggs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down now, Griggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, Griggs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Move the team.
Mike 57. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
36 power.
Show it up. Show it up.
Look left. You ain't good.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Hey, lock it. Big grip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Smooth.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Coming. Undercrush.
Leo. Ready?
Looking to throw. Holt in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Ready?
Now.
Operating from the gun. Holt. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Check three.
Play out.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fight, 315.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Look for signal.
Rebound. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Good job right there.
Check 37.
On second down, Griggs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Fight, 590.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Fight.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think...
Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run on first down. Griggs. And he's brought down. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Fight, 380.
Mike 54.
Hey, hey.
He's coming, he's coming.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Back to the air on second down. Holt. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Ready?
57 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holt. That'll be complete to Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
16, 49ers nothing.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Exit, exit. He's coming. Double up, double up. Let's go.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
57 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Holt. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll try the left side. Griggs. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, Holt. And he rifles one incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Holt nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Piro,
Now a give, right side. Griggs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Lady.
Hey, let's get this. Take 4.
14. Front that. 14. Front it.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Home. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
Watch the whip.
Off the play fake. Home. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Griggs. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Seahawks 30, 49ers nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Holt going for Hurd on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
57's mine.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Holt. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
14.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Yo.
Got it.
Yo.
Tight dog.
Right side. Travel.
10. Under 10. 10.
You got tight.
Now a give right side. Griggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 24. Check 24.
Rush in. Rush.
Stop. Switch.
Hey, alert.
On first down, Griggs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
We own them. We own 14, Friday. Fair.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 35 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Gun.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
Touch it. 190.
56, right there, 56. In the face.
Got it.
56.
Still got it. 4 down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Holt nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57's the mic.
To throw from his end zone. Holt. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Let's go.
At their own 45-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 1st down. Griggs. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
12. Hey, alert.
Lights 57's mine. Bandit.
Gun. Be alert.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, It's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
7 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Ready, ready.
Off play action. Holt. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Come on.
6
set.
yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
Now Foreman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Results in a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Wahoo! Hey, 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 hey.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Looking to throw. Holt. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the shotgun, Breida. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Alpha.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 19.
Watch 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Lights 57. 57.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Holt. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Switch.
They'll try the left side. Griggs. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Cut. 280.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
All the way back home, yo.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griggs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
36.
Friday.
Now a give, right side. Griggs. He's got it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson is complete to Lockett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Rolling to his right. He can run for it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Check, 19.
54. Check 31.
Hey, 0.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Gun.
On 2nd down now, Griggs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Green 80.
Mike 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
36 power.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
49. Check 49. Good guys. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Griggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Back to throw. Holt. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Go. 54 is Mike. Check.
Ready.
From the gun, Holt. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Mike 57. Rip left. Watch the twist. Check three.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 41-yard line.
57's the Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down now, Griggs. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
You must be dreaming. Check.
So the victory here for